Great job by the Yankton cheerleaders. We'll get the Canistota cheerleaders on next Friday. It's October already.
Yeah.
Which means we're heading down the home stretch of the regular season in high school football. I'm Mark Ovenden. This guy is Zach Borg.
It's week 6 already of Football Friday, brought to you exclusively by Paul's Place in Canton. We've got highlights from 9 games throughout the area tonight.
And we're going to start at Howard Wood Field in a battle of 2 of the state's top teams. Roosevelt, number 1 and 11 AAA, and Brookings, number 2 and 11 AA. It didn't quite work out that way. This team with those RRs on their helmet.
They are good?
They are good. Yes. Jeff Thune hitting Jamal Al-Busafi down the sideline, gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. Kim Nilsson said, all right, let's wait until 4th and goal to score. Pitch out goes to Tyson John, and it's with 41 seconds to go in the quarter. It is 6-0. With 12 seconds to go in the quarter, Justin Mueller picks it off and scores. It's 12-0. And then after a fumbled kickoff, with no time left in the quarter, number 2 takes the catch and goes in for the touchdown. 3 scores in 41 seconds to break a scoreless tie wide open. Yeah. Thune then on the run, keeps it himself just inside the pylon. He scores. That makes it 26-0. And watch Tanner Mahashek with the pick. He's going to take it down near the goal line, setting up another touchdown, and Roosevelt rolls in this one. 40-7 was your final score. Now, 2 teams with the most winning tradition in big classes met in Yankton tonight, and ironically, a chance at history for Steve Kueter, who could tie the Bucs' legendary head coach Max Hawk for wins with 284. So we sent our very own legend, Paul Heinert, to Crane Youngworth Field. Paul?
Well, thank you for that, Mark. Now, this has been a great rivalry, some would say legendary rivalry, for the past 35 years or so, from the days of Bob Burns against Max Hawk for state titles. Tonight, though, it was Steve Kueter's Knights against Arlen Lickness, whose Bucs are the defending 11 AA state champions. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. The Knights are already on the move. Luke Fritsch with the long pass to his pal, Mark Pals. That would set up this Fritsch keeper from a few yards out, 7-0 Knights early. Yankton looking to match that O'Gorman score, but Oakley Palmer is going to be picked off by Hunter Thompson. What an interception. Thompson will return it 30 yards. Great pick. That would set up another scoring drive, capped off by this touchdown from Boston Bauer. What a great name.
Love that name.
Love
Boston
that
Bauer,
name.
you bet.
14-0 O'Gorman. The Knights, they had the offense clicking tonight. Second quarter, after another Bucs turnover, Fritsch finds Ryan Skolton in the end zone for 6. O'Gorman would roll in this one. Kueter ties Hawk for most wins. 35-0 is your final.
Over to Brandon Valley, where the Lynx hosted the Cobblers of Rapid City Central for their homecoming. In the first quarter, this is how you make the fans happy. Alex Waltner on the roll. It's a pretty good throw and a pretty wide open guy right there. Cade Trevere.
Where was the defense?
Just a little bit open. It's 7-0 Brandon Valley. On Central's first drive, Brandon Valley's defense is going to come up here big here as they cause the fumble. Riley Bennett scoops it up, and he's going to score on the return. So the Lynx are up 14-0. On their next drive, we saw Tyler Hintz last week. He looked really good running the football. He's 5'6", and he's basically a bowling ball. But again, where's the defense? He goes almost untouched for the score. And then the Lynx will get one more score just before the break as Andrew Sorensen will fight his way into the end zone. Brandon Valley gets the victory 51-21.
And O'Gorman 35-0. You saw that highlight, as well as Roosevelt. Lincoln outscored by Mitchell. The Colonels are now 4-2. Negebauer with 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's 2 wild games in a row that they won. Harrisburg wins. Watertown loses out at Rapid City. Huron beats Spearfish, and there's your Washington score. That was from last night. Well, the Marshall Tigers have been the most dominant team in our coverage area so far. More so than Roosevelt, because they had given up 7 points all season. And look how they start this game tonight. That's Jefferson Lee on the reverse on the kickoff. He goes untouched, 84 yards, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. And I talked about the shutouts. Yeah, they can play some defense. Nick Sogstead with a pick in the end zone right there. And then they hand off to Jefferson Lee. He had 20 yards on this carry, 200 yards in the game, 4 total touchdowns. They were good again tonight. They win 34-0. That's 6 shutouts in 7 wins. Now, our feature game tonight was in Madison, where the top-ranked team in 11A hosted number 4. Both teams came in with perfect records. And for Sioux Falls Christian, it was the biggest game in their short history. And this game did not disappoint. We got a lot of highlights from this one. Riley Hogan, 13 yards down to the 1 for Sioux Falls Christian. They're in the blue and white. And of course, you know Max, he's wearing that hat. Sawyer Prinz takes it in. It's 6-0 Sioux Falls Christian. Chargers had 300 yards of rushing. Wow. Yikes. Keegan Egdon would also score. Brody Fredrickson scores from 2 yards out. It's 12-7. Now Prinz would then hook up with Caleb Reuter, and it's a 4-yard score.
They can't pass?
It's 20-7 at halftime. Sioux Falls Christian over the top team in the state. But watch, after a sick one-handed catch by Mason Layton, Fredrickson scores from 4 yards out. Madison down by 6, still third quarter. Mitch Hansen finds Jackson Yankee down the sidelines. 89 yards for the score. Point after, blocked. 20-20, a minute 3 to go. Hansen is going to find, guess who? Fredrickson, 54 yards on the screenplay. Madison goes up, 26-20. They've got it won, right? Hold your horses on that one. Needing to move down the field quickly. Prinz can throw. It's caught. 40-yard gain. They get within inside the 5 with 10 seconds to go, and Prinz scores from a yard out. Extra point, blocked. 26-26, we go to overtime. Sioux Falls Christian doesn't score. Madison does score. Hansen with a winning touchdown pass to Yankee. 32-26 in overtime in a great game.
Wow. Well, 2 more teams with 11A title hopes are Lennox and West Central, and they played tonight on the Orioles' home field. We picked this one up in the third quarter as Jonah Rechtenbaugh barrels into the end zone for the West Central touchdown as they have the lead. Next Trojan possession, it's Jordan Luth with a long touchdown run. He's going to go all the way. West Central is up by 3 scores. They end up cruising in this game, 35-7.
Now they play it under the lights in Garretson tonight for the first time. They had lost their lights,
right,
got them up
storm.
on Wednesday because of that storm. And, well, it was Parker that turned out the lights on this game tonight. Landon Lieberman had himself a big gainer on that. Then it's going to be Lieberman finding Centeno over the middle. He takes it in for the touchdown. Parker goes up 30-0 as he goes down the sideline for the score. And then Pierce Plucker is going to catch a Lieberman pass, and he's going to score right here. The touchdown made it 38-0.
Nice.
He's going to hit for the end zone, and that was your final score. Parker wins big.
The Cubs of Alcester-Hudson hosted a much-improved Baltic Bulldog team tonight. Now, Baltic would get inside the 10 3 times in the first half, but they would not score because of plays like this. It's Johnson and Johnson, not the lotion, the football tandem. Grant Johnson with the strip and Mitchell Johnson with the recovery. The Cubs don't waste any time turning it into points, as it's Grant Johnson running it right up the gut for the lone touchdown of the first half. It was 7-0 at the break. These teams really got their scoring going in the second half. Alcester-Hudson, though, does get the victory, 32-12.
And finally, another great matchup in Canistota between the top-ranked Hawks from 9A against the Titans of Mount Vernon Plankinton. MVP down 8-0. 4th and 20. Hayden Schmidt bobbles the snap and throws to Tate Deinert, and it's 8-6. But after a bad kickoff, Canistota hands to Jared Nielsen. What a night! Number 27 had. Look at it! Look at this run as he dips and he ducks, goes around defenders. 37 yards for his second touchdown. It's 24-6. Now, after Mount Vernon Plankinton scores, they kicked it to Nielsen.
That's a mistake.
Don't kick it to Nielsen. He goes back all the way, 30-12, and he's not
Thumbs
done.
up.
After a stop, Nielsen, 53 yards. He had over 330 yards total, 8 touchdowns, and Canistota wins a wild one. Oh, I didn't have the score in there. 56-30 was your final score. Madison also beat Sioux Falls Christian 32-26. You saw highlights of all of these games. Marshall with 6 shutouts. Parker with a shutout tonight. Wolsey Washington just rolling along with a great year. Scotland also having a fine year. So is Cologne. Theo Spazina wins big. T-Area and Bonham win. Tri-Valley and Gayville Vollen victorious, along with Webster, Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan, Stanley County, and Sika beat Worthington. Parkston, Great Plains Lutheran both win. Del Rapids and Hanson victorious. Woonsocket wins there. Weston and Springs, Sanborn Central wins. DeSmet also a winner tonight. Hills Beaver Creek, Central Lyon both win, along with Del Rapids, St. Mary, Irene, Wakanda, Loyola, Frederick, and Groton area. Roncalli wins big. Chester also wins big. Dakota Valley and Clark Willow Lake with the shutout. And apparently that's our last score. So that's it for this edition of Football Friday. We get a little bit more sports. What a wild night. Madison wins in overtime over Sioux Falls Christian. We'll be right back.